Welcome once again to the Aaron Turner Show, Comcast 95, Verizon 36, Wednesday. My co-host, Miss P. Pumpkin. What's good with your P?
Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
How we doing? Topic tonight is how to keep the fire burning. But before we get into that, P, how was your week?
That was great.
Great.
It was great.
You got a big old smile on your
I
face.
had a great week this week. What did I do? Oh, we had a show this weekend. I think we both did Think Like a Man show on radio. The Think Like a Man show, my show has got like 600 hits on it.
Wow.
And probably because rapper Cash Out was on it.
Yeah,
but also the topic, everybody that came to the studio, it was live in there.
Okay.
Jam packed.
Okay.
How did your topic go?
Yeah, I mean, very, very interesting. And that whole Steve Harvey deal is a big dialogue right about now.
Man, y'all men though, it was so funny listening to the guys like, y'all women, y'all listen to anything. A relationship book that's about nothing from a man that cheats on 3 wives.
And then from a comedian too, at that. I told people on my radio show it was funny. You know, I mean, I think he did it as a big joke because he's a comedian. Yeah, so right quick, again, the Aaron Turner Show, and I'm gonna put a disclaimer out there already. We're not relationship experts.
Not at all.
Not at all. But this is just create some dialogue, and we said how to keep the fire burning. We definitely don't know.
I'm burning
all of
up
that
right now in here. Got nothing to do with no relationship.
Yeah, and then it's about 90-something degrees a day, and
it's been a hot one.
In the Richmond VA, it's gonna get hotter next few days. So hey, get in that AC if you can, and if you can help somebody, get the pets out the heat. If you can help somebody, please do help somebody. Get in some AC. Don't be selfish with your AC because it's very valuable around about this time in Richmond, VA.
Yeah.
So let's get started with this. The how to keep the fire burning. Everything's coming from axmen.com.
I like that website.
Yeah, axmen.com, wonderful website. And also Richmond, the numbers on the bottom of your screen, the 804-915-5202 to chime in on this topic. So number one, we got, and me and P was just talking about this one. It's 5, axmen.com has 5 ways of how to keep that fire, that spark burning. Number one, we're going to talk about is buy better gifts. Buy better gifts. P, what you think about that?
Buy better gifts for is it wife or just relationship period?
Well, just relationship period.
Because I know a lot of men decide after they get married, they don't want to buy nothing no more. Like you got her, so I don't have to do anything else. But as you get into a relationship, you do buy nice things.
Right.
So why not keep doing that? Why not surprise it don't matter, your male friend or your girlfriend, and say, well, I got you a small trinket today when I was at the store. Just the thought of knowing somebody thinking about you in their regular day.
Right.
Who wouldn't want that?
Right, and I'm gonna speak as the man, definitely, because men, we do get comfortable. We do get comfortable, and they say you keep you do the things the same as when you got her, when you're trying to pursue her, and relationship period, it's like it's exciting at first, for both parties, because what the men is the I think the thrill of the hunt. And when I say that is like, like you said,
you enjoy doing this stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got that ultimate goal, getting that woman. So you're gonna go ahead and say, hey, look, let's go out to dinner. You're gonna go to the nicest restaurant. You getting the full, and and then you might put a little trinket on her neck. All that type of stuff in the first few months.
But that's romantic.
Yeah.
You gotta, if you want to keep it burning.
Right.
You're trying to keep the relationship burning. Right. So you gotta keep doing it.
Right.
Why stop?
Yeah. I mean, it's human nature with a lot of us men. And I'm 41, and I'm just learning how to do a lot of that stuff. Yeah. I've learned how men are good with providing for the most part. Yeah. Most men do provide, as far as making sure the roof over their head and food on the table.
And you think that's enough?
Right, but see, that's men. A lot of men mentality.
Yeah.
Women.
We do a whole lot.
Yeah,
I just finished telling you about we buy y'all boxes and socks and underwear. We make sure y'all got y'all t-shirts.
Right.
Men, after you get a woman, men just don't do it no more.
Right.
We got to make sure everything good for y'all. We take care of y'all. So it's like, why not just say, well, you know what? I'm going to send her some flowers today just because. You don't know how many people you'll shock. Like women that will get shocked if their man sent them some flowers or their husband.
Yeah, and that's unfortunately that's old school, and we got to bring it back into these times as well. A lot of times again, men, we grow up providing. All levels of men. We want to take care of our woman, far as like I said, making sure the roof over their head and food on the table. Sometimes clothes on the back as well. But I'm talking about that romantic stuff. The surprises and all of that stuff. So definitely as a man, as a whole, we do fall short on that. And we need them good women out there to kind of just pop us upside the head and say, hey, look, you used to do this. Hey, y'all women do that. Y'all put us on blast.
Hold on though. We pop the hand and we tell y'all, and then y'all say it's complaining. Why you ain't never happy? I do all this around here, and you still ain't happy. I pay the water cable, the rent, and you still ain't happy. So what we supposed to do?
But that's us just complaining. So then we'll go to the barber shop. Man, my old lady, man, she keep on complaining and all that type stuff. Man, I pay for everything. What's the problem?
And I hope one dude in there say, man, just go buy a card or something, man.
But see, we do that. Yeah, but that's our thing. We do that to shut y'all up. Though.
We know that though.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. If I gotta point it out to you that you're doing wrong, and then you want to come back and try to fix it, I'm like, you know what? This gift don't mean nothing to me at this point because I had to ask you about it. So maybe you should wait a week later or something and just pop up with it. Don't come in there the same day or the next day with it. Because it's like, so I done fussed with you this much. Now you want to go out here and get a hush-hush gift.
Well, I do feel you on that one, and most men, we do fall in that trap because if you're going to complain about it today, I'm going to go right out this.
Exactly. And it's a trap. It's a trap for another argument. And the argument's going to be, why I had to tell you to do it. Why you can't just go do it on your own? Don't do it because oh my God.
But ladies who are listening, this is coming straight from a man. Sometimes you got to just smack us upside the head and say, hey, look at here. You used to do this when we were dating. You used to do this before we really got serious, And, we forget, in the hustle bustle of the world, we forget, So, I mean, that's the thing just across the board. A lot of men do, keep in check with it. And like I said, with me, I'm going to say personally, I'm still learning. And I think it's always should be a learning thing, till the day you die. As far as how to, treat your woman as a man. And, vice versa, same with women. It's always should be a learning thing. But, I'm definitely, I'm in school with it. I'm in school,
So now you buying gifts?
I'm buying gifts. Well, we ain't gonna talk about it right now. I mean,
it's gonna be on the internet.
Yeah, I know. It's gonna be all worldwide. So you trying to put me on blast worldwide. Anyway, we're gonna keep it moving. Shout out to Nicole, by the way. The hush hush. We're gonna do the hush hush right there. Okay. Another one, number 2, by AskMen.com is the working out together. The working out together, and reason they saying that because you got the adrenaline going, and with the women, you seen your man all sweaty and muscled up, so that's
supposed to be fat.
No, we ain't talking about the fat dude. I'm talking about the if he got a decent body, and then even with the men, you seen your nice little woman and stuff, she, I don't want to keep on saying sweaty, but just not sweaty.
I like to watch him on the treadmill bouncing up and down.
Yeah. It's it's been proven with a lot of the endorphins and all in your brain. It increased sex drives and all that in that area. And then too, another thing, not even on the physical part, it's emotional too, because both you guys have a goal. and y'all trying to look better for each other. So that's what they were saying, different
and
things like that.
Y'all spending time together too.
Right. So it's all them factors with it. But I think that I can say that actually works, and a lot of men, we get into the thing that maybe the woman don't want to work out. And you see it all the time. I've been doing
a lot of men that don't want to work out.
That too.
Some lazy men out there. Some couch potatoes.
Right. That too. And men, while she's talking about that, we can't say that we want women to be this weight, that weight, and when we look like we 9 months pregnant. Yeah. I'm put the men on blast right there. We can't do that.
Yeah, I love doing that.
Yeah, we can't. you say how personal would that be?
Yeah, I want to talk about how fat somebody is and look how big you are.
Yeah, and then but for some reason, I don't know, is that double standard because you'll see it. You'll see the men all out of shape, and then they complain about their wife or their woman. Hey, baby, you need to stay away from them biscuits.
Yeah, back up, baby.
Yeah. It's crazy. Well, we're gonna take this caller right quick. Welcome to the Aaron Turner Show.
Hi, how are you? I was watching the show and I had a comment.
Hey, can you cut your TV down, please, sweetheart?
Okay, sorry. My comment is that in regards to keeping the fire burning, I wanted to just share that in order for any couple to be successful, if it's working out at the gym, if it's buying cars, I think it's important that we have a desire or a mindset that we're going to do whatever it takes to keep the relationship going. Sometimes you have to reinvent yourself by losing weight, changing your hair color, changing different things, whatever it takes to make the relationship successful.
Right.
That's what I think keeps the fire burning. Once we decide that I'm not going to do this and I'm not going to do that, we put restrictions up, and therefore we can't go any further to grow and to prosper.
Wow, and you're exactly right, and actually, man, you actually jumping the gun with what I got on the paper, because I'm gonna talk about being spontaneous.
Being spontaneous.
Right, and
I think, and that as well, coming just like your co-host had said, that bringing in cards or doing certain things. A lot of times we become so comfortable. And that's when adultery and fornication or the second person comes in and grabs the attention, because we feel like we don't have to do that. The same thing it took to get them.
Right.
You have to work even harder to keep them.
Right.
Children, finances, different things come in, and it can be a struggle. I just wanted to just be a part of this good show to somebody that might be on a downslide with their relationship. Rebuild it, recreate it, and become successful, because love is worth it. You guys have a great night. Thank you for letting me participate in your show.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yes, the caller definitely hit on the head with that, being spontaneous, and you had talked about that, and I'm gonna speak on the men's side. Okay, we'll take this caller.
I think this TL.
Welcome to the Aaron Turner Show.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, what's up, brother?
How y'all doing, man?
We doing
good.
good.
TL, how you doing?
All right, they had a song out back in the day. It said the same thing it took to get your lady is gonna take the same thing to keep her.
There you go.
That's right.
Now that's you don't hear those kind of songs now. You got to get to know a person, and have moments. Take your wife and just go get to a nice hotel.
Right.
Do something different.
Right.
And be romantic. You understand what I'm saying? My daddy was like that toward my mother. He died about 8-9 months ago, and he still wanted to kiss her, hug her, and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. So they married 60 years.
Oh wow, that's wonderful. That's a blessing in itself.
So y'all take care.
Okay. All right, TL.
Bye.
Yeah. Both of the callers had. I'm gonna talk about the first caller first. Like you say, being spontaneous. On the man side, I know women got so much too, but on the man side, it could be like the woman change her hair color, new hairstyle, out the blue.
But sometimes men don't like it.
Huh?
Sometimes men don't like it. If you got long hair and you cut it short, it's like, why you cut your hair short? Instead of saying, it looks nice. Regardless if she cut it, it's her hair. She can wear her hair any way she want to. all y'all need to say is, I love it. Even if you don't love it deep down inside, you need to have that because a woman's look is everything. So if you say you hate it, then it's like, dang.
And that's some good advice. And you know, you really speaking with that one. That's some good advice.
I mean, I know that a lot of women say, don't tell me, if I ask you, do I look fat, tell me I look fat. You know, no. They just really saying, can you please tell me how nice I look tonight? Regardless of how you feel, unless it's too short, too tight, or something like that.
Okay.
But it could be a dress you might not like red.
Okay.
But she love red or something.
Okay.
Just say, I love that red on you. It looks good on you. Like,
wow.
It might not look good on me, but it looks good on
Right.
you. But it's little stuff like that. What's wrong with saying that? You don't have to wear it.
Excuse me.
You got them men that be like, you're not going nowhere with me in that.
Right.
Can you tell me what's wrong with what I got on? You know,
Okay,
like, can you explain to me? Oh, I don't like the design of it. I don't like what its button is or anything. You know, we don't need all that.
Hey, listen up, man. She preaching the gospel. She preaching the gospel. And that's I like what you're saying, definitely. And TL, you know, talked about it being the romantic deal, and you know, he has to jump in the gun too. So let me go further. You know, a lot of them jumping the gun with it.
They don't know what you got in your notes.
Yeah, but
keeping the fire burning tonight.
But I mean, it's crazy. It's like a lot of people know what to do, but they just don't do it. They just don't do it, and it's so simple, but they just don't do it. And the first caller, how she was saying, we get complacent. We you know, okay, we got her now, you know, so we don't want to do them things no more. And you know, and then but she really went out there with the adultery and all that, because what's happened, if like they say, if you don't do it, somebody else out there will. You know,
that's the truth.
You know, and you know, and it's crazy because, hey, sometimes you leave that door open. You know, Jody come in or Jodette, one of them. You know, Jodette. You know, well, somebody coming in, Shaniqua or somebody coming in that door, and you know, not to promote cheating. We have plenty of shows on cheating, but you know, like I say, hey, you know, sometimes you leave a meal out for a hungry man, and he gonna eat it. You know, you know, he gonna partake in that meal.
It's not okay.
Yeah, you know, so
that's not okay.
Yeah, so I'm not promoting it by any means, but you know, a lot of time when we, you know, especially when we talking about cheating and adultery, sometimes we do gotta look at ourselves. You know, look at ourselves of what you know we done, and again, not promoting it by any means, but just hey, look in the mirror as well.
Well, a guy told me in my studio this weekend that it was meant for men to cheat. He went back to the Bible.
That's a bunch of bull. That's a bunch of bull, man. That's a bunch of bull.
He went back to the Bible and he said he's gonna write his own book, and he stated that men always had a lot of women.
And that's that whole misconception, and I actually got documentation on that. I just recently read up on that when the Steve Harvey crap came out. Because Steve Harvey pretty much saying the same stuff as well in his books. You know that it says something about that we can only last about a month. You know, and then we're gonna be out there. We're gonna be out there.
Yeah,
but he's saying that to every man like that. And talking about the biblical and spiritual, that's totally bull. You know, and you know, I hear some people talk about, well, you know, we had plenty of wives in Africa. Okay, Africa is a whole new different culture, and they do have multiple wives in the Muslim faith and African. They do have multiple wives. Yeah. But here in America, our culture, even though we got a whole big melting pot, but you know, here where we at, you know, we don't promote that. So. And you know, I think that's a man's excuse.
I just think he wanted a lot of women.
Yeah.
But hold on, he was the only one in the studio in a relationship talking like that. So that was kind of crazy. But he said, but I'm not cheating. Really?
Wow. This is my number 3 is kind of crazy. They talking about redecorate.
The house?
They talking about redecorate the house. Reason they say that, they're kind of going back to the caller. They're talking about changing, you know, your environment, doing stuff together, you know, because you have that little project together. So again, like what you say, you know, we spending time with each other. You know, say for instance, like we paint a room. So you know that's gonna take a minute. You know, that might be 2 weekends.
True.
So what they saying again, spending time with each other as well as changing your whole environment, and again with the spontaneous, just being different.
Well, Think Like a Man, you didn't see it, but Gabrielle Union, her and the dude, Gary Owens, she came home and she was the one that was trying to get engaged in the movie, okay? She just wanted him to ask to marry her, pretty much. But she did that because he had all his college stuff in there. Okay. But she wanted to do it with him, and guess what he said? Oh, you do everything. I trust you. And when he got home, all his stuff was gone, and he went crazy. He's like, we got robbed. Who are these people? So she tried to do it with him, and he didn't. She had to hire decorators and just do it herself. But I think if they would have did it together, you're probably right. It would have probably been a better turnout.
And that was the one that shocked me more. Like I said, we definitely gonna go through all 5, but number 3, it was had me thinking a little bit. Made my redecorating. Yeah. And it was like, huh, But I see it now, and I'm gonna tell you, Richmond, this show here gonna be one of the shows that I'm gonna probably agree a lot with Pumpkin. By
That's
her
different.
Yeah, by her being a woman, because I'm not gonna say it, because I'm not gonna do like what most men do. We're gonna shut it down. If the woman's saying it, I'm listening, because I'm just all ears, because
you just wanted to shut me up.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm all ears because I'm all ears because this is where relationship break down. Because the man was like, she just dagging and all that. Yeah. But she's a woman, I'm a man, so I'm listening. I'm listening, and men as well as women, we all always should be in the process of learning about each other. True. And even like the particular relationship you're not in. Not work out, don't work out, you carry that on to another relationship. True. And that's how you.
But it's where people do this. They learn from one and take it all the good. Right. And then you got the ex over here mad because you're doing everything for her that you couldn't do for me.
And you know what? I'm glad you brought that up, because I was actually talking to somebody probably about a year or so ago, a friend of mine. And I'm telling her business out there, but maybe
you ain't gotta say her name. It's a store.
It's Miss Comcast. It's Miss Comcast. Anyway, that same scenario. Yeah. The kid, they had a baby daddy situation. Okay. According to her, the baby daddy treated her, kind of bad. He didn't do anything for the child, and they was young. So the current one doing everything for the for the new child, as well as now doing stuff for the old child. Okay. And my response to her was that it's all a timing thing. Maybe he didn't know then. And I remember the comments she say, why was I like the test dummy? The experiment,
That's how it happens.
Yeah,
I mean, it depends on the age too, because
they was real young.
Yeah, when we're younger, we playing around with these guys. They don't even take life seriously at that point. So then as they start building, it's like, dang, you do a lot of stuff that you didn't do when you was with me. Right. You spend more time at home. You spend more time with your kids.
Same thing, yeah.
That's all I ever asked for, and you can't do that. So yeah.
Yeah. And unfortunately, it's a time thing, like you say, because he was young. Both of them was young, and he's probably just, what I told her, he's just trying to find himself, and then you bringing a child in the picture. Yeah. He probably didn't know what to do at the time. But she's like now, he's like the perfect father. Like you say, he's not in the streets. He's coming home, and he's doing all this with the current. And they about to get married. Everything.
He is doing what he need to do for the child.
Right.
Okay.
He.
So as long as he's doing what he need to do now.
Right. But her issue was when they was together, he didn't do it.
He might have found a woman that could make him.
And man, that's another thing too.
Sometimes women or men can change how a woman is or how a man is. I mean, and I believe that.
Yeah, I do believe that, and that going back to what we talked about last week with standards. Yeah. Maybe the second woman, the current woman, say, hey, look, I'm not gonna put up with you in the streets. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that.
If you want me, if you love me enough, this is what you're gonna do. It's not telling you what to do. Yeah. It's what I'm not gonna take.
Right. And
I'm not gonna deal with certain things.
Yeah, and just like what I said last week, if y'all tuned into the show last week, what catch it on YouTube, But we talked about the standards, and you know, I stressed that you need to do it up front. You need to do things up front. You can't have a relationship go on for months on end, and then you know, especially on a man part, you put a man back. Hey, say, hey, look, you know, I got an issue with you staying in these streets. You hang with your boys. You know, you can't do that 4, 5, 6, 7 months down the road. You know, the first time you do it, you know, the woman, and this advice to all you women out there might be going through the situation now. You just meeting a guy, you think it's cool, and he doing something major that you know you ain't gonna put up with. Let him know now. And then this is like the crossroad. Let him know now, and tell him, you know, and it's not nothing bad, but just say, hey, look, you know, I can't have a dude that's gonna be out in these streets or be running with the boys, you know. And, you know, you need to say it up front, because if you don't, it's going to be, you know, like an explosion, saying it 7, 8 months down the road, feelings, kind of into it now, because he's going to be like, hey, look, you know, I've been doing this. You know, you ain't say nothing about it before.
True.
You know, so, again, you know, we got to be up front with it. But getting back to that redecorating thing, I could see that once I read it. Yeah. Because, you know, and you made reference to that, the movie deal. And, you know, and I do admit, I probably would have had to do the same thing.
Said,
you know,
just do it. Baby.
Right. I probably would have did the same thing.
I trust you. I might not like none you do.
Right.
I trust you.
You know, and I'm, you know, we got to learn as men, like, you know, women, sometimes they don't say everything all out, and what men always saying, look, why don't you just say it? Because, you know, women could be quiet, and, you know, it'd be something that you did 2 weeks ago. Maybe you, I don't know, didn't open the door, pull up the chair 2 weeks ago, you know, and then all of a sudden, you know, you bring it back. It's a delayed reaction. You know, you talking about it now. You know what's going on over here today? You know. But she got it in her mind what happened 2 weeks ago, you know.
Well, I don't forget nothing.
Yeah, you know, they don't.
We can tell you about stuff from years ago.
Yeah, they don't.
The date, the time.
Yeah, you know. I mean, some of you, I think we all get crazy when we first meet somebody. Yeah. And, you know, we kind of be talking. And, you know, sometimes we might incriminate ourselves. Men do it all the time. We incriminate ourselves. And then, like, when the relationship progresses, years down the road, could be 10 years down the road, I remember you said you was with so-and-so, you know.
While you was with this one.
Right.
So that means you could do it to me too.
Right.
You know. You told me you used to sneak to the store and call me on the phone. So you probably still sneak into the store to get on the phone. Yeah.
So advice, man, just be quiet when you meet somebody.
Just talk about y'all.
Right.
That's it. Just y'all two. Stop telling everybody business.
There you go. Okay, number 4, TL, you know, like I said, he jumped the gun with this one. A getaway. Yeah, that's something real simple. A getaway.
Everybody love that.
Yeah, like you said, nice hotel. I mean, you don't even have to go out of town. You know, you can go to, you know, we in Richmond, Virginia, you go down to the downtown Marriott. You know, just you know, take it. You know, if you don't have that time, maybe go out of town, maybe the kids, you know, you know, the kids situation, maybe you can only have a babysitter for one night, you know, go to a nice hotel. Yeah. You know, go to a nice hotel and stuff.
Virginia Beach ain't that far. A lot of people do that in Williamsburg. They're not that far.
Yeah. So. And in the winter months, like the wintergreen and the Macedon, you know, the little, you know, snow stuff with the cabin and kind of rekindling the fire. But definitely, but that goes back to redecorating as well, you know, change your environment. And even going back to maybe some of y'all first dates or something, you know, maybe, you know, y'all went to
That's a good one.
A particular restaurant, you know.
Let's go back there. And remember, this was our first date.
Women
you know, like stuff like that because what I know, we remember everything. Y'all are forgetful, so you might not even remember it's your anniversary sometimes until after it's passed. Or we usually get to talking about it weeks in advance anyway. Like, anniversary coming up on May 3rd. So, but you still forget that day.
Then we're gonna say, what anniversary? Oh, yeah, right. May 3rd, you know, like that. That's how we do, you know.
If y'all could just take time out to remember small things, you know, I mean, it could be something like our first date was at this spot at this time. Remember you had on that nice little purple dress, you know.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Little stuff like that. I mean, it's cute. It's like, oh, Dad, you remember all that? Because I daggone sure don't remember what you had on. It's like,
okay.
It's just the point of the matter. Like,
okay. That's a good one. That's definitely a good one. And you know, get back to the getaway thing. You know, it's crazy because you can do something simple as a hotel.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't talking about the sleazy hotel, not talking about no $35 a night hotel. I ain't talking about that with the bed bugs and you know, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about a nice romantic hotel, and you know, I ain't talking
about. When they clean their sheets every day.
Yeah, you know, take. I mean, just something every once in a while. You know, I ain't talking about every once in a while, like every 3 years.
Yeah.
But just men, I think we fall into the trap. You know, like it's already been said that we get comfortable, and I can speak to that as a man. We get comfortable. The woman's there. The woman's not saying nothing, but that's where the communication part breaks down, because what happens, the woman don't say anything, and y'all mind's like, he should know, you know about what I'm feeling. So you not saying nothing, we forgot. Like I said, we forgot, and then also we say, well, she all right, she ain't in my ear, so she all right. You know, so that's when our communication breaks down. Yeah, our communication break down. So you going out to your girlfriend, you know what, that Aaron, you know, we ain't been out we ain't been out in 3 months.
Yeah.
You know, I'm tired of dealing with these kids. I come home, we dealing with these kids, little Aaron Jr. running all around like he had crazy. And then all Aaron want to do is look at the game. You know, girl, you know, I don't know what to do.
I ain't been out in months.
Yeah, ain't been out in months.
But you think everything fine.
Right, because you ain't saying nothing to me.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, you know, you'll talk to your girlfriend, you go to the hairdresser and all that, you tell the whole salon about what your man, you know, ain't doing. Instead of coming home and say, hey, look, you know, hey, baby, you know, I know it's been a while, you know, I know money a little tight and everything, but can we, you know, we can pitch in, or, you know, we do something, you know, just you know, take me out. You know, I ain't been out in a while, you know. Just take me out, you know, and, you know, kids get on my nerves and they run all around the house, and, you know, I just, you know, let's make a change, you know, get away, you know. And then again, but I think men definitely, man, we big on that forgetting now. We big on that forget. I mean, they should create some type of pill for us to remember. You know, I think that'd be like the hottest thing on the market. You know, for us to remember to keep relationships going, man, because, you know, I'm one. I will forget. I will forget.
That's right.
You know, but you know, but you I mean, it was a key point you said about the reminiscing. You know, the first date. So
everybody like that.
Or either the maybe like the restaurant that we used to go to a lot.
Yeah, remember we used to have a beeper code.
Oh, dude, throwback.
Used to hit me with that 416.
The throwback, the beeper code. Wow. Yeah, and then you can replay that if you can find a beeper. You find a beeper, yeah, you know, go ahead, beeper, you know. Oh, and then we always talk about Texas on this show. You know, we talk about it in a negative way, but even like the Texas, you know, that they can keep the fire burning.
Everybody like that. Though. Just a pop-up text, just how your day going, baby, or something like that.
Right.
Because a lot of men don't text a lot. It's a lot of women that do a lot of texting. So but just to send something and just say thanking of you.
Right. You know, that's.
It's like, whoa.
Yeah, and that's not even in my notes, but I just thought about when I was talking about the page, and you know, because we in 2012 with texting and Twitter
and phone calls.
Facebook.
Y'all don't call a lot either.
Right.
Y'all could just pick up the phone sometimes and say, hey, where you at? Pretend like you daggone care.
But you know what?
Just stole for 4 hours.
But that reminds.
I'm gonna need you to pick up the phone and call and say, you good?
Yeah, but that remind me of that show we had when the caller was talking about the woman was calling all the time. It was from. Then he just moved from New York.
I told him.
Right.
You all she got. So just please answer her call.
Right.
Because you're here by yourself. She's not here.
Right.
So in order for her not to cheat, she want to feel like y'all good.
Right.
Or whatever. But once he cut that communication and that's the only ways of communication you got from New York to VA. Come on now.
And then I say as a man, be glad she called and be worried when she stopped calling.
That's right.
Be worried when she stopped calling. I mean, Jody with her. Jody with her. And, because I know if I'm on the other end, I'm like, okay, I ain't hear a call today, or she ain't called me in a minute.
She ain't called me at all today.
Yeah. So be, definitely, that's a real tricky thing. But it's crazy again why this stuff is so simple, but we have high divorce rates. Nobody stays in relationships. And it's crazy. But I think for the majority, a lot of people know what to do. And I would say when you do, sometimes people don't know when they're doing wrong, because it's how we was raised. Man, it can get a little deep for a relationship, because it's pretty much what you've seen from being raised a certain way. But to me, a lot of times it seems so common sense. Even the stuff we talked about, and it's just so crazy that we don't get it.
But you might have one good week, and then the next week you back in the same old routine. Sitting back on the couch, watching your sports,
looking at the game,
doing the boring stuff, watching her walk through, cook, wash clothes, fix the bed, food with the kids,
little rats,
and you just still sitting there on the couch. And the next week you're doing the same thing. So then it's back to the arguing.
Right. And
y'all can fix it. They talking about Steve Harvey book now. Y'all can fix it yourself. You don't know. You're right. Don't nobody need no book.
Yeah, you don't.
Some of the stuff is common sense. Just do it. If she's complaining about it, that's all she wants you to do. Well, you can't just do it.
And the thing about it, they said the biggest thing, that why a relationship breaks up is communication. And just like I said, how a lot of women, they don't say nothing, and we forget. And a lot of women, and a lot of men are innocent, because they forget. And they really don't know. And I know just myself, as well as, talking to men in the barbershops and, just your boys, we always say, why she don't tell me? Why don't she don't tell me what's wrong with her? She want to walk around the house with attitude.
No, she probably told you what's wrong.
But we don't listen.
Yeah. So being that you missed it, now you got to deal with the attitude for the rest of the next couple of weeks. Because she really told you. Because ain't no woman going to be mad and we haven't told you why. It could be something you said and we might just be like, I can't believe you just said that. And that just turned into a whole week or two of not talking to you.
Okay.
And we ain't explaining it again because you know what you did. So then y'all need to rewind back. So what was our last conversation about?
Well, for one, we forget, and then we don't listen.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's kind of hard. So sometimes, I'm just saying, just saying to women, sometimes you might have to put like on a big old card. Look, I'm mad because 2 weeks ago you didn't open that door for me. That's why I'm mad. And not to say we dumb, but on my show, the guest talked about the light switch. And we talking about sometimes light switch go on, sometimes light switch go off on men. And sometimes we have a light switch off moment that it ain't we done. We just kind of blank out. And you shaking your head. I'm telling you the truth, though. I'm telling you the truth. But
I think that sometimes I know everybody has stuff on their mind sometimes, but I be wondering what goes on in y'all minds. Like, do y'all really sit there and think, here she go complaining again?
Yeah.
Like, oh
yeah, we
God.
we do.
Like, when is it gonna stop? So why you thinking all of this?
Yeah.
She done told you everything that's wrong, but you missing it.
Well, that goes again. I'm putting us men on blast and just straight up, we don't listen as a whole. And when you doing that, a lot of times we zone it out. Like, I'll be glad when she
y'all
finished.
Y'all look dead at the TV.
I'll be glad when she finished.
Yeah. And then she be like, look at me.
Yeah.
And you be like,
I be like, well, I can look at you.
And still not
I could be in Hawaii somewhere. I could be in the Bahamas somewhere. On the beach, have a drink in my hand. I could be looking at you, and then the good one we say, yeah, babe, yeah, boo. I got you, boo. But I'm in Hawaii, on the beach, with a drink in my hand. And then, then once you finish talking, be like, oh, she finished. Okay, all right. You know, okay. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna take care of tomorrow. I'm gonna fix your sink tomorrow. Okay, you know, that's how we do.
And that's all you heard was sink.
Yeah.
That was it.
Because you came in complaining about, you know, why the sink still broke.
So after all that yelling and fussing.
Yeah.
And she might have threw in some other stuff besides the sink.
That's
but that's
true.
all you heard.
That's true. Well, go back to communication though. It goes back to communication. We have an overall breakdown of communication when it comes to men and women. Because like I said, a lot of time, you know, we do miss it. We do miss it. And a lot of time, like I said, I guess when it gets to that point, what you saying gets to that point of y'all just being quiet, we just missed it.
Yeah, y'all missed it.
You said it, but we just missed it.
We tell y'all everything. It's just I think sometimes it builds up and it be too much. It's just too much for y'all. It turns into 30, 45 minute conversation. Because I know I'm guilty of it. I mean, I do. We're going to be on the phone for a minute because I noticed that's how we hem y'all up. And face to face, it's like y'all run away. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll be right back. Let me go take my shower real quick. You know what I'm saying? But you get them on that phone, if you ain't on your way to work or something like that, then the conversation is going on and on and on, and you probably doing the phone like this.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So, and you missing everything.
Okay.
So,
I can see that.
We know what y'all doing. Y'all ain't pulling no wool over our eyes. Trust.
Hey, Richmond, give us a call. Number on the bottom of the screen, 804-915-5202.
How to keep the fire burning.
Keep the fire
in your
burning.
relationship.
Keep it going. Number 5 is, it's a pretty decent one. Pick a new hobby. Pick a new hobby to do together. The example was taking a class together, karate, and it kind of goes back to
something that y'all could do together.
Right, and it goes back to that as well as you know, we touch on the workout.
Everything is togetherness. I noticed that.
Dance class, you're right.
It does bring you closer together when you spend a lot of time together. Because that's just like at work. You build relationships with people at your job because you got to see them every day.
Right.
You know. So.
And most of the time you at work more so than you seeing your family
That's
at times.
Right.
You know, but a hobby. You know, I think you see a lot of with older people, older couples who've been married for umpteen years. They might take a little, I don't know, pottery class together or something. You know, there's different things like that. We don't do that no more in 2012 with relationships. You know, just doing them simple things. I think now with everything so, I won't say materialistic, we always want to do the going out to eat all the time and, you know, just like that basic stuff instead of just kind of change the game up. And that goes back to that being spontaneous. You know, what the first caller was talking about, you know, like I said, she jumped the gun and you know, they talk about being spontaneous because that's like, you know, nobody don't want to eat steak every day. What do you mean you eat steak every day? Yeah. You know, after a while you're going to get tired, you know, so you want to, you know, first you might just want to put a little gravy on a steak or, you know, some A1 sauce, but after a while you're going to get tired of steak. So you change it, you know, I want to eat some chicken, I want to eat some fish, and, you know, pork chop or
change
whatever.
Is good.
Yeah, you know, just change the routine up a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, with all of them, well, you know, like P, you said it, that togetherness. And I think what we do, especially when we first meet somebody, because the first thing we want to do, go out to eat. That's about the basic thing.
Yeah.
Go out for drinks.
Let's go to eat.
You know, get you know, eat and drink. That's pretty much, you know, what we do.
Catch a movie.
Yeah, and I was about to say catch a movie.
Let's go to the park real quick.
Yeah,
this the beginning months.
Right. But the movie thing, they were saying, I did some research now with the it was actually further into this, but they were saying the movie thing, they say kind of shy away from the movie thing the first couple of dates.
Because you can't talk.
Right, exactly.
You can't talk. And a couple of guys that I had met in the past told me that. It's like, you know, how do you plan to get to know me at a movie on the first date? Right.
So, yeah, right. They and you
pretty
know,
much you can use for a movie ticket. Sorry.
Yeah, but the Ashman.com did mention that with the movies, you know, do that when you kind of know the person a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't saying a year later, but you know.
So then you could do the
Yeah. That's an old school joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do that later on. But they mentioned definitely the go out for a drink. When you're adults, you say, hey, look, let's go out to whatever for a drink.
Yeah.
Get a bite to eat. That's always like the first thing. Just go get a bite to eat. So you can create some dialogue. You ask her about herself, and you can talk without no distractions, and so that's one of the main thing. That's probably like the number one thing. When you first meet somebody. But when you go further on to it, the class I actually like that because say for instance like karate. Karate is something that can go on for a few years. Take about 2 to 3 years to get a black belt.
True.
So that's something that's okay. You might do karate about twice a week. So if you go in there with your mate, that's twice a week. That
we got this time to go.
Right. And then we achieve. We go on to a goal. 'Cause I know. When I did martial arts, I actually saw couples that was in there, and they was going for their black belt, the blue belt, and it's a goal. So again, time together, and on both sides, but especially the women, because women are so much wanting that. Us men, we forget and we don't listen. But if I know I got karate class with my wife or my girlfriend on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I already know. Okay, I'm gonna see them. On them days. So, that's definitely a good one. But it's again. I got to keep on going back to this stuff seems so simple.
Yeah.
But why we don't do it? Because somebody answer that. Why we don't do it? Yeah. But I do have a theory. In these days, it's like we don't have that longevity no more. It's like one little argument, we out. Because we in a microwave society. When I say that, it's like we can get divorced quick, we can get married quick, and we got people that get married one little big old argument. I'm gone. I'm divorced. In a month. you gone. And a lot of times you don't see marriages going no more than a year now.
Yeah, I think it's black marriages though, and somebody told me to do a topic on that. Why black marriages don't work, because you don't see a lot of white marriages or Mexican or Spanish, whatever, Hispanic, whatever. Well, but it seems like the black, I think we rush it. Mm-hmm. That's just how I feel. I think we rush it.
I guess we can definitely just talk about black people because we're all black people. So we can
black. But I'm sure if we look at some numbers and do some research,
we'll have to look at that.
It would definitely say we're probably the ones that don't last that long. I mean, we getting divorced in 6 months.
Yeah.
Like I've heard 6 months.
Yeah.
I mean, but shoot, look at Kim Kardashian.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah. I mean, I was going toward more so like the celebrities, because the celebrities, they get married one moment.
Yeah, but see, they live in a different lifestyle.
Right.
We need to talk about normal people.
Right, that's true.
Here in Richmond.
That's true. Yeah, we definitely got to do the numbers on that.
Because I know a couple people that have gotten married and it just didn't last, and it's because we're not taking enough time to get to know people before we decide to marry them these days.
And I can speak as in our culture, we so concerned with how big the wedding gonna be, and how much money we gonna spend. And then with women, men, we don't, care too much about the wedding deal.
For women,
But the woman, and you could definitely speak on it. If you getting married and your girlfriend got married a couple years back,
I'm the wrong woman there.
But no, I'm just saying you gonna want to outdo her.
I'm going to say justice of the peace. Shoot.
Okay. Welcome to the Aaron Turner Show. Can you turn the TV down, please?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I got you. What's your question, comment?
I'd like to say it is a true thing that marriage doesn't last over 5 years now. It's just a shocking way it's gotten to now. Mm-hmm. Are either one of you guys married?
Well, no.
Either one of you guys married?
No.
I'm not married.
Oh, well.
He's been married before.
I've been, yeah.
Oh, okay. But, there are a lot of things that we can, you can do to help, a relationship. And, it's just the way the time is now, man. Mm-hmm. It's just no no morals, I guess you could say.
Right.
You know, so it's just the way time is now.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me share.
Thank you.
I guess one day we all will be happy.
Okay. All right. Yeah, he's
but
right.
it's true. I mean, it's a lot of infidelity. A lot of daggone. I'm not happy with my wife. And it's the chicks or the dudes out there that's cool with messing with the married people.
Man, it's right. It's
you cool with messing with the married people. Leave them alone. Let them go through their moments or whatever they're going through. Man. If they rocking that ring, leave them alone. Do not mess up a happy home, even if it ain't happy. Even if they trying to pretend like it's not happy.
Right.
Like, come on. I know so many females that get caught up with these married men that's telling them these fake stories about, I'm leaving my wife and my kids. Yet they in this big house, nice cars. He coming to your house, hitting you off every now and then. Do you really think he's gonna leave this big house to come to your apartment?
She preaching.
Move in.
She
like,
preaching.
Come on,
she
now.
preaching.
Y'all gotta think about it. He already established his family, so.
And the thing about it, speaking from being there for the marriage. One thing I know on the man's side, it's hard for us to break up the whole family unit. I'm talking about kids and all. So I could imagine when you in that situation when, you got the little side chick or whatever you want to call her, jump off side chick, whatever you want to call her. And, you, like you said, you got the big house with the wife, kids, minivan, dog, all of that. You got to look at reality. You're not going to leave all of that to go to, I'm gonna put it down to the projects. The project or the little 1-bedroom apartment. When you got your kids running all around the whole apartment.
I'm gonna pull up in my Jag.
Yeah.
Over your little apartment.
Yeah, and
that's not gonna happen.
And I'm gonna leave all of that, just for you.
That's a dirty dog right there.
I really doubt that's gonna happen. But the caller hit it on the head. Is like morals and boundaries.
We don't have them no more.
Going
Nothing
out
matters.
the window.
Like people, one thing about females, we always living in our past situations and bringing that up in our new relationship.
Leave the baggage at home.
Yeah, and it's like it's turning the guys away, and then the guys get to the point where if you say I'm doing it, I'm gonna do it. So.
Well, I mean, it could just. I mean, like I said, we've had countless of shows on cheating.
Relationship topics could go on for days.
Yeah.
Got a new caller.
Hello, welcome to the Aaron Turner Show.
Hey, how's it going today?
Hey, how's it going, brother?
Everything going all right. I was just, listening to both of y'all comments, and me as a black man, I'm in the same kind of, I don't even know how to put it. Sometimes you have to ask Lord, you got to pray before you speak sometimes, because I think to me as a black hole, we're not really used to a whole lot of things. The big house, big cars, you get up early in the morning, you ain't gonna see no white man out there, no car washing no car. Right. Black people out there washing car. Now I go a whole lot of places that, we want to be trying to keep up with the Joneses. A lot of times you can't keep up with the Joneses. You got to, be comfortable with what God gave you.
Right.
It's bad that, on my side of my wife's side of the family, they upped it. But I told her, I said, well, now, I got good friends. I got one friend that I met when I used to work at the Verizon building, and he used to be the president of Chase Manhattan Bank in New York City. And he's one of the he's a very wealthy guy, but he lives in Hanover. And he don't try to act like he's better than nobody. He's a multi-billionaire. I don't mean to throw it out there like that, but he's one of the nicest, and he loves his grandkids. And we want to get the big car, trying to press the women instead of just being. If I get matter of fact, I got married and I didn't have no car. I just had a regular apartment till God gave us a nice house and a nice cars and stuff that, I'm not trying to get. I got a neighbor that's right beside me. All day he worried about keep cutting his grass, and he retired from DuPont. That's your God. A house is a house. It's nice to be in one instead of an apartment because I can holler, whatever, chase my wife around the house or whatever, and I ain't got to worry about nobody knocking on my door. So, you too light here. I ain't got to worry about it. I got a big yard. I mean, it's just nice. But like I said, I know y'all got other callers. I can point out places in the West End that we can't even afford the taxes on.
Right.
West End here, right go. I told him I started a $2 million home, and I ain't never see a black person out there.
Right.
Not one. Not even Governor Wilder. And he live over there. He live out there in the towers there. And I bet he was real good friends with my grandmother before she passed. So, I think we need to be able to afford. Stop trying to keep up with the Joneses, because don't pick this person. The white people always had it, and they're gonna always be used to it. We still catching up, and that's all I got to say.
Okay, appreciate that, caller. Yeah, I want to make a comment on what he said. I do agree with. As a whole, we only a couple generations into actually quote having things. Because you looking at 30, 40, maybe
they
longer.
Always try to keep us down.
Years ago.
They don't want to give us jobs.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even talking about job. I'm talking about for materialistic, for maybe getting jobs or owning businesses, or even further into, celebrities. So we just last 30, 40 years ago as a whole of having things, and I do agree with him that as a whole we are not used to things. Okay. As a whole, and we tend to. In our community, unfortunately, look down. I know we kind of get off the topic a little bit, but
we definitely
we got a few minutes, but as a whole, we're not used to things, and like you say, once we get up there, we look down on other people that was there with us. So but that can go on to another 2-3 shows. So. But
shout out to Durwood and Trina. They tuned in. They said we're having a good show.
Okay.
They're watching. They're a married couple. So.
Okay. Keeping the fire burning. Definitely. Shout out to them.
They might use some of these tips, sir.
Yeah, they could. But the common thing we got is that togetherness. Doing things together, and I definitely learned from this show. I really did. I definitely did. So we about to wrap it up. P, what you got going on?
I don't have anything going on this week but the P show on Saturday, and that's from 3 to 5. Actually, no, I'm lying. Tonight at Aqua, I'm going to be giving away 2 tickets to the Mother's Day play that the Cheatologist is doing.
Okay.
Love, Lies, and Consequences. So Drake will be raffling off 2 tickets.
Okay.
And again, next week, I give 2 more away next week. So Aqua Lounge, 1708 East Main Street. And then Saturday, the show is from 3 to 5. If you log on to thepshow.com and click Listen Live, it'll bring you right to the show. Okay.
Aaron Turner radio show this Friday, 7 to 9 on the fanradio.listen2. That's the number 2, myradio.com. My topic would be, why do men cheat? Why do men cheat? Tune in.
I'm sure you don't have the answers.
We got answers.
I got to tune in.
Tune into that one. Also, Raw should be at that show as well.
The Cheatologist.
The Cheatologist. He should be at that show, and we got a whole bunch of people kind of coming through.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the name.
Next week,
totally
May 9th is the last Aaron Turner show.
Okay, we're gonna have a big old party. That's gonna be we're gonna have a big old party.
Last Aaron Turner show on TV.
Right.
For now.
So right, for now.
Working on some things.
So definitely tune in. We're gonna we don't know what we're gonna talk about, but just call us, show us some love, and what I'm gonna do off the top of my head is like y'all call in and just give us some love. From the P show, the Aaron Turner show, because we've been rocking
for 12 weeks.
Yeah, been rocking 12 weeks, and we're gonna take a slight break.
Y'all need to call and harass Comcast.
Please do.
Bring those shows back.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Richmond. We signing off. Richmond Worldwide, and see you later. Peace.